Hey guys, what's up? How are you? I hope that you guys are having an amazing day today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Jarrell, and in today's video we're going to finally try the new Hourglass Ambient face palettes. I'm so excited. I got two, as you can see, the elephant and the tiger, and I can't wait to see how they perform on the skin. So if you are interested in this video, which I really hope that you are, then please keep on watching. But before we get into it, don't forget to like. That definitely helps out my channel so much, and of course subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get on to the video. So let's go ahead and start with the elephant. The elephant and the tiger are definitely one of my favorite animals. The elephant, just for being so big and gentle at the same time, just a really kind face that they have. I absolutely love it. And the packaging, it's really nice and sturdy as well. Really nice weight to it. They do have a shelf life of 12 months, and they are made in Italy. And here is how the inside looks. It's really beautiful. So I wanted to show you this palette really quickly, and this one is from last year. It is the Ambient Lighting Edit Universe Unlocked. Absolutely love this palette. It is my go-to palette. Constantly reach for it, and I got it last year, and you wouldn't think that I use it a lot, but I promise you that I do. I absolutely love every single shade in here, and it automatically just reminded me of it so much, even though we do have some new shades here. So the reason why I'm showing you a side-by-side is just in case you already have this one in your collection. Maybe you want to pick up something different now that you see it as side-by-side, and you can see that there is so much similarities on the palette, and that way you can just, you know, put your money on a different palette and get a little bit of a variety in your collection. But that is just my take on it. I just wanted to share that with you, since I'm seeing it like really close, and I can definitely see shades that are really similar, unless of course you are a collector, and that's just a whole different story. So yeah, let's go ahead and now look at this one right here, which I'm really excited for because of the orange blush, and I think that a lot of us feel the same way. And this one is the tiger. Again, it does have a shelf life of 12 months, and it's also made in Italy. Absolutely gorgeous packaging. I love that it has a mirror, and here are the shades. So I was thinking that this one was not going to work for me as much as the elephant one, but now that I see it in person, I can definitely see myself making it work. It is so beautiful. These shades are absolutely stunning, and if you are tan or deeper complexion, then you are going to absolutely love this palette right here. If you already bought it, let us know in the comment section down below. How are you feeling about it? So yeah, so let's go ahead and start with the elephant palette. These two right here are finishing powders, and they are already existing in the line, and these are 4 shades are the new shades. So let's go ahead and start with dim light and soft light. Dim light is definitely a little bit more neutral, and soft light, I don't know if you're gonna be able to pick it up, it's a little bit more yellow. All right, so now we have a beaming strobe light, which is the highlighter in the palette, and this is how it looks on the finger. Let me just swatch it for you guys right here. And this one is called Beaming Strobe Light. The next one is Lustrous Bronze Light, and this is the bronzer. Next one we have Iridescent Coral. And the last shade is Radiance Rose. Iridescent Coral, which it does have a little bit of a golden shift to it. And this one, which is Radiance Rose, does have a little bit more of a matte finish and rosiness, of course, but they are not too different from one another. So here we have the elephant palette. All right, so we have now the tiger palette here, and this one is called the Transcendent Light, which is an existing shade and is a finishing powder. So this one is a new shade and is called the Brilliant Glow Strobe Light. Next we have Burnish Glow, which is this beautiful orange coppery shade. That is a lot of pigment right there for a blush. Really gorgeous. This one right here is Divine Strobe Light, and it is a new shade. And this one is also a new shade, and it's Copper Flash Strobe Light. And this one right here is already an existing blush shade, Iridescent Rose. And this is how it swatches. It's definitely more on the cooler side. So here we have the elephant palette, and then here we have the tiger palette. All right, so let's go ahead and start. So out of the two shades right here, I'm definitely going to go with a soft light just because I like the tone a little bit better than dim light. Dim light is a little bit more on the neutral side, and this is beautiful as a finishing powder. So just grabbing a little fluffy brush like this and just going around your base. If you already have your base set, which I forgot to do that, but if you already have your set base, this is definitely going to give you a really nice, beautiful glow to the skin without adding any shimmer, and it is really nice and gorgeous. Like, it makes your skin look really nice and healthy, so I love that. So let's go ahead and now use the bronzer. So this is the way that I will definitely apply and use this palette. So the next step that I will do is the bronzer, and I'm going to use this fluffy clean brush right here, and I'm just going to bronze up my face. So I'm having to build up this bronzer a little bit more than what I'm used to with the other palette, which is this one right here. I will like swatch it for you guys at the end of the video side by side, just so you guys can see how similar they are in tones. But it does also have a golden undertone, so it does have a glow to it, and is emphasizing my texture, like my pore areas are right here. And I don't know if I am really like loving the tone of it. Like, you can see it on my forehead, it has that golden shift to it, which I'm not truly like a fan of. I like for my bronzers to be a little bit more like matte, to have a luminosity to it, but not a golden undertone to it. Now let's go ahead and move on to the blushes. I am going to use the pink shade, and super pigmented, super pigmented. I'm going to just add that to the apples of the cheeks. And I'm trying to be super heavy-handed so you guys can see it. I'm just going to bring it in to the nose just so you guys can really, really see the blush. And I'm building it up to as much as I can. So this is not super matte of a blush like I thought it was, but it is called Radiance Rose. So it is definitely going to give you a radiance to it, but it doesn't have any glitter or anything. It's more like a satin finish, and it definitely gives you a really nice radiant look to it. I am going to add the iridescent coral right here. It does have, oh yeah, it does have like a golden shift, like you can see it right away, a golden shift to it, and I don't know how I feel about that golden shift. So here we have the iridescent coral shade on the eye, so you guys can have a better swatch since I added it to the cheeks as well, but on top of the rosy shade. I wanted you guys to see a better swatch to it, and you can see that golden shift to it much better. Like, it has a little bit of orangey, of golden, and a little bit of a pinky tone. It's really nice and beautiful. I was looking on their website to see if there were eye safe. I couldn't find it. I'm using it on my eyes just because they are my eyes, but definitely be cautious with it just in case. You could be allergic to it or it could irritate your eyes. So now the last thing that I will do will be adding the highlighter. But I mean, look at this already. It is insanely highlighted. So yeah, let's go ahead and just add a little bit of more highlighter to the skin, because why not? That is absolutely gorgeous. But whoa, I brought it to the next level. Super beautiful. Know that I wouldn't wear this makeup like this. This is just for me to be able to show it to you guys so you guys can have an idea how it will look on the skin. So beautiful though. I mean, quality, beautiful. All right, so the first thing that I am going to do is bronze my face, and I am going to be using this finishing powder right here that is already an existing shade, and is definitely a little bit more of a red tone kind of powder. So it is not a bronzer, of course, but let's see. Yeah, it's definitely pulling a little bit more red on my skin. I can even use this as a blush instead of a bronzer, but we're going to just stick to it as a bronzer for today. So now I'm going to take the Copper Flash Strobe Light in like a super tiny amount so you guys can see. Oh my goodness. And I'm just going to add it to the back of my cheeks. Look at that. That is Oh, so gorgeous. So gorgeous. So you know what, I'm just going to add in to my eyelid so you guys can see it a little bit better. But oh my goodness, look at that. Again, this is definitely not promoted for the eyes, but I can't help myself. That is gorgeous. For a quick look, I mean, this is gonna be stunning. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and move on to this one, which is the Burnish Glow. And this has to be like my favorite shade in the whole entire palette because it is super gorgeous. And look at that. Yeah, this one also has like a golden undertone to it. Oh my goodness, but look how beautiful that is. I'm going to use this shade with a fluffy brush to blend the edges of the other one and bring it down. All right, so let's go ahead and add the highlighter. Of course, why not? So this definitely brought it to the next level, as you can see. Wow. And I'm going to take a little bit of that highlighter and just add it to the inner corner. Let me take the highlighter from the Elephant palette. I'm going to also highlight the inner corner of my eye with this one. All right, guys, so here we have the elephant sign. And here we have the tiger sign. All right, guys, so I do want to just emphasize a little bit more that these are not meant for the eyes. That's not the way they promote it. They promote it as a face palette. So just be careful if you decide to use it on the eyes. This is definitely the way that I would use it. It's on the eyes as well, especially if I am just wanting to do like a quick look and I don't want to go through my collection. I just want something easy to reach for and to give me a complete look. Then this is the way that I would use it. But yeah, anyways, so now let's go ahead and talk about the palettes. Which one would I prefer? I gotta say that I actually do love them both equally. If I am looking for something a little bit more golden, more rosy, then this is definitely the palette that I'm going to be reaching for. But if I do want something a little bit more bronzy, more coppery, more golden, then this is the one that I am going to be reaching for. I can definitely see myself reaching for this palette, especially for the eyes. The way that it just looks on the skin is really nice and glamorous and bronzy and just so gorgeous, and I absolutely love the way it looks. It is definitely out there because once again I am using a lot of shades, and it's just really to like show you guys how it actually looks on the skin. Maybe I will tone it down a little bit with the copper shade, but the orangey blush will be definitely the one that I will be using. I can see the finishing powder right here, more as a blush than a bronzer for me, but I can definitely make it work as a bronzer as well. So for sure, this one is a win for me. I absolutely love it. Even the highlighter, it's a little bit too deep for me, but I can definitely make it work. It just looks absolutely gorgeous, and it just really is a beautiful highlighter on my skin tone. So really enjoy that. In regards of the Elephant palette, I think that is a really nice, beautiful palette as well. The only thing and my only complaint will be that the two shades right here for the blushes are just really close in tone. I do have the corally shade on my eyelid, and I do have more of the pinky shade on my cheeks, and they are just not too different from one another. So that's my only complaint in regards of this palette. The quality is definitely there. Do I see myself reaching for these palettes? Absolutely yes, especially the way that I reach for this one. I do like the bronzer a little bit better here in this palette, comparing it to the one that is in the Elephant, just because this one does have like a golden undertone like I mentioned. So let me just swatch the bronzer right here from the Elephant palette. So here are the two bronzers from the palettes. I feel like this one right here, which is from the Elephant, does have a little bit more of a golden orangey take to it, comparing it to the one that we have from last year, this one right here. And this one, it's a little bit more on the neutral side. It does have some sheen to it, but it's definitely pulling a little bit more neutral than orangey. I don't know if you can tell. It's like slightly different, but I can definitely tell. And on the skin, it looks a little bit better, this one right here, just because it doesn't have so much of that golden undertone. Right, so these two blushes right here are from the older palette from last year, and these are from the Elephant palette. As you can see, they are really like within the same family, especially this one right here. The corally one, maybe not as much, and now that I am actually swatching it again, it probably doesn't have like a really strong base, and that's why it kind of like combines with the rosiness. It doesn't stand out as much by itself because it doesn't have like a strong base to it. But yeah, these three right here are within the same family. When it's on the skin, on your cheeks, you're not going to see a huge difference on it. So I have to say that it's absolutely gorgeous. I know that they are strongly swatched right now, but the skin looks beautiful. Beautiful. This one looks absolutely gorgeous, and this one looks absolutely gorgeous. So I don't know which one to pick. You let me know in the comment section down below. The copper one, orangey coppery one, or the pinky golden one. Let me know for sure. If this video was helpful to you, which I really hope that it was. But that is it, my friends. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your love, your time, and your support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you next time.